Hello, everyone. Yeah, this is Art again. I haven't done anything in a long while because, I've been busy with my food trucks, and and during the time when I had spare time, I would hear different things. I'm a constant watcher of YouTube, just listening. I try not to listen to much gossip. You know, that's not really good because you can't learn anything from gossip, and so many bad things going on in the world. You know. But what I wanted to talk about, what really was getting to me, was I was listening to Roland Martin, and I do have a lot of respect for Roland Martin. I didn't really meet him, but I saw him at Tom Joyner's, family reunions in Orlando, and you know, but he had said something on one of his shows about promoting Biden, and he said that Biden was doing things for the good of the country. And I'm saying to myself, well, how can he be doing something that's good for the country if he's letting all these migrants come in the open border? I mean, I don't see the end game in that. I really don't. I don't see the end game. And not seeing the end game, right? I don't understand why would you let in all these migrants that were on the blacklist, right? They can't come in because a lot of these people were coming from different places. And how many people came in through the open border that wasn't checked? Did they have explosives with them? Did they have weapons with them? Did they have drugs with them? You hear about the case of the cops getting jumped, getting beat up. Cop got his finger bitten by one of the migrants. He's trying to arrest them. How is this stuff good for the country? And I think what Roland Martin did, I think what he did was he took some money. Because I never heard him say for the good of the country before. I never heard him use that term before. I hear him talk about, what's good for black people. But this particular time right here, I hear him say what's good for America. And his people that he have on his little panel, like his 3 people he have up there, they were talking about, I'd rather have a 100-year-old Biden than a 50-year-old Trump, right? Not me. I don't forget what either one of them done. I mean, the reason why Biden got voted into office anyway was because Trump was so bad. But now here it is. We're running back to Trump. Is it a trick or what? Now, here's something that I remember was said a long time ago, and you don't hear many people talk about it. But Theodore Roosevelt said, nothing in politics happens by accident. It happens on purpose. So, I believe that, and I'm trying to figure out what's the end game. Are you going to take all these migrants and give them their voting cards so now they will vote for you? Or what? I don't know. A lot of these migrants need to go to Biden's house. Yeah, they need to go to his house where he live at. They need to go to the Obamas. I heard Michelle Obama. I had a lot of respect for them. I don't know them. They don't know me, but just out of, courtesy of them being black and beautiful black people, right? And they were the first ones to really sit in that chair as first lady and president, and I had a lot of respect for that. And I was always hoping the best for them, but Michelle Obama was on a show one day and she was talking about she's afraid for black people, and she's afraid for if you was afraid for us to go back and vote Trump in, and I know it's the reason why she was there on that show to promote Biden and to give that scare tactic. But if You were really concerned about black people. When you seen when Biden was in his first year of presidency, his first year and a half, his second year, that's when you should have said, hey, look, hey, you should have got on the phone. Hey, Joe, what's going on, Joe? I mean, like, hey, man, you got to start doing some for black people, man. Come on now. Come on, step up. Step up. They gave the protection bill for the Chinese, but overlooked the black people. And the game that I hate, this is the game that I hate that gets played. You try to act like you don't know the reason why black people are trying to go Republican. You try to act that way. You try, oh, I don't know why you want to do that. There's no reason to do that. You know, you got to remember about the democracy, and you have to, you know, you don't want Trump. But shit, you know, what did Trump do for us? I mean, what did Biden do for us? Excuse me, what did Biden do for us? You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, I was born Democrat, grew up Democrat, right? And to be honest with you, I have to look at things for what it is, right? The Democrats know why we're running to Trump, but they try to act like, oh, why you want to do that? He's been doing so great for the country. He's been doing this. He's been doing that. Look, Biden hasn't done anything for black people. Nothing. Nothing. He gave the Chinese the protection bill. What about the George Floyd bill? You're supposed to do that for us. You came to us asking us for our vote. We didn't come looking for you. You came to us. And then when you came to us, all right, you made these promises what you was going to do, and you didn't do it. Now here it is. The Biden administration are trying to do everything they can to keep him in office. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I'm not sure how hard it is to be a politician, but I know if I was running for a president or some kind of position, and I had a constituency that voted for me and vote me in, I'm not going to wait until election time to go see them. I'm going to jump ahead of it. My first year in office or whatever, I try and set aside some time to come out and talk to the people, even if it's just like for 15 minutes, thanking them, hey man, that's cool, you know, and just go to different areas and just eat there and sit with the people, and rap with them and talk with them for a little bit, give the people at least a half an hour. I mean, you got helicopters, you got private planes, you can fly into a state, sit down for a minute, talk to them and get out of there. You can go to a hood. You go to the hood, and then you can go to like another area, middle class area. You go to a rich class area, just to make your presence known that you were there. Just make your presence known that you was there. But instead, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. So now here it is. You're running and you're begging. You're using scare tactics. You went from using scare tactics. Oh, it's going to be the end of democracy. It's going to be the end of this, end of that. And then you turn around and you use, insulting tactics. Why you want this? Oh, you're a MAGA lover. So you go from scare tactic to anger tactics, and it shows that you're desperate. It shows that you're desperate. And I like to say something about this. It's a shame that anybody and everybody could be bought off. Anyone and everybody could be bought off. When Roland Martin made that comment, about trying to, you could tell he was trying to promote and keep up, Biden. But you can tell that, I can tell, I can hear in this what he was saying that, and he and his panel, they were like, I'd rather be with Biden than Trump. But hey, when you look at both of them, they're not much different. No, they not much different. The only reason why black people are trying to run back to Trump now because there's nobody else to run to, and Trump is big on deportation. And all these people that came in the country, they're not gonna catch all of them. They're gonna spread out everywhere. You ain't gonna find them. You ain't gonna find everybody. You'll find a few people. They might deport them. They might not deport them. You know, and here it is. You know, I mean, they were trying to, you know, replace black people for a long time. And Dr. Claude Anderson made this prediction back in 95, 97. This was going to happen. And when you look at it, what's going on today, it's exactly what's happening. This is what's happening. This is what's going on right now. Right now is what's going on. So, being as this is what the situation is, I mean, I'm not sure if it's too late for black people in America. I mean, we would have to really get really cohesive. We have to be very cohesive. We have to get really sticky with one another and stick together because it's going to be a lot of changes going to take place. It's going to be a lot of gangs, a lot of crime, and how can Roland Martin say that Biden has been doing a lot for the country, for American people? He left the border open. You got all these people coming into the country. They found fentanyl. They say they found kilos of fentanyl. Not only police officers were assaulted, but some city citizens were assaulted by some of these migrants, and that were arrested and released. A lot of stuff didn't even get reported. And one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video was because there was a friend of mine who lived in the city, and she said that her daughter was coming home from work, and Spanish guys had grabbed her and they threw her in the car and they raped her and then they released her. So when she told me this, and after all the things I was hearing, this is one of the main reasons why I made this, this video, to say this. And it didn't even get reported. And I'm asking, why didn't you make a big fuss about it? She doesn't want to make a big fuss about it. Come on, man, you gotta say something. You gotta say something. Why? So, I mean, it really is a lot of things that I was taking in. I don't even want to speak about Africa anymore. Africa got their own problems, but they got the similar problems American black people have. But we have to do something as black people. We're going to have to stick together and try to build our own business together. And we're going to have to, stop complaining that, hey, we're not getting what we're supposed to be getting. Like I said some time ago, like with a lot of these actors, like Taraji, I think her name is, Monique, Viola Davis, they all had the same complaint about Oprah. And these individuals have enough talent to combine themselves together and build their own network. They can put together their own little stories, movies, like something that could be, they can half write a script and not so much comedy. Try to make like a serious film. We got enough comedy. We need to do something that's realistic, something that would sell. You know what I'm saying? I guess maybe comedy, either like, violent stuff will probably sell, but whatever it is, what dark side you show of the black community, show a bright side of it too. If you're going to show something dealing with drugs and bad things and gangsterism and stuff like that, then show some positive stuff, like black people at the same time developing their own business and and doing positive things, helping themselves in the community, helping each other in the community. you know you have a couple of bad apples, but show in the movie that, hey, we straighten these bad apples out. you know there were a lot of them, but we saved a few of the bad apples and made something good out of them. you know Show, do a movie, something like that, about us. But the bottom line is ownership. Have your own business. Learn the business. Learn the business side. Not so much of the entertainment side. Show the business side and learn it. Learn it. Because I always said Viola Davis, she complained about, not making enough money. Monique. I mean, like, there's certain things that you need to do. You need to learn financial literacy, right? Learn financial literacy, learn how to invest your money, right? And here it is. You got people 20, 30 years in the business. And basically, I didn't know about financial literacy, to be honest with you, until maybe about, 2021. That's like, what, 3 years ago, And I realized if I had known about this stuff at least 20 years ago, I would have been better off than what I am. I've been better off because I could have used that investment money to do more things with. But here it is, we are in a situation where nowadays the technology's here. We just have to use the technology. We have to use the knowledge of financial literacy. We have to do that. It's no longer, if you want to rely on people paying you, then like my man said, if you rely on people to pay you and feed you, then you allow them to starve you. You're right. You allow them to say, that's my man said. Wall Street Trapper, the man made a lot of sense when he said that stuff, So, and I learned a lot by listening and buying the program and studying and just taking time to read and understand and then step back and look at the world and what's happening. You need to know financial literacy. And then if you're working for someone, you take the money that you make from there and you invest your money. You invest your money because that's money you don't have to work for. The market is a money-making machine. And that's the main thing that we do things for. That's the reason why we work for other people. That's the reason why we have businesses. That's the reason why we're in the market. And to be honest with you, I mean, that's the reason why you find people who will turn against one another. But, it's mainly us that will turn against one another. It's not really white people or Jewish people or Indian people. You can't get them to do things against one of themselves the way we would do against for us. The way we do us. We would go against each other quick before they would go against themselves, Well, that's all I had to say. I had to get this off my chest. I had weeks and weeks of just listening to everything that was going on, and the White House and the people being assaulted, the cops being assaulted, people, oh, well, Biden did a lot for the country. He did everything for the country. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. I know Roland took some money. They gave him some money to say what he said, because I never heard Roland ever say, hey, he's doing what's best for the country. I never heard him say those terms before. I never heard him say that term before. And I know he know that Biden has not done crap for the country. He left the borders open. He didn't do anything for black people. Black people been asking for a protection bill. You know that. What pisses me off is when people act like, oh, I don't know why they feel this way. You know why we feel this way. Even you feel that way. Even you feel that way. But you took the dollar just to say some things. And I know he did. I know he did. But black people, we gotta wake up. We gotta wake up. You know what I'm saying? And I know Trump's gonna get back in office, but I just hope he doesn't put Vivek I hope he doesn't put him in as vice president. I hope not. I hope not, because it's gonna be bad. It's gonna turn around. It's gonna turn on us because the very thing he's talking about that he wants to do, that's not what Trump was about last time. So, he's there now kissing Trump's butt, trying to be his vice president. But that's all I had to say. I had to get this off my chest.